Hi, welcome to Photoshop tutorial for churches. Today I'm going to show you how I made a flyer for this event that we have coming up. And as you see, I have a picture with the background that has been cut out and replaced with some other pictures and some things going on. So I want to show you how I was able to cut out that background. So I'm going to get my file and place embedded. I open up a new file and I'm going to bring up this picture here with the background. Now, as you see with this picture, the colors pretty much tend to blend in with this with the face. So you see that this is grayish, and so this is grayish as well. So some other tools that we would usually use in order to get the background out may be difficult here. Let me show you. So I'm going to go to layer so that I can rasterize this layer. That means I can alter it and edit it. So whenever I rasterize it, it's going to come up. It's taking a little while to come up for some reason. So I'm rasterizing it, and so I'm going to take this, and if I were to take the background eraser tool, and then I could alt click to get that color, and then whenever I have that color, I can go to Magic Eraser and begin to erase only that color. As you see, is taking out her face, okay? And that's what we don't want to do, right? So let's go back. And whenever we go back, I'm undoing. As you see, like I said before, it's user friendly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use something called the quick selection tool. All right, and the quick selection tool allows you to select certain areas that you want to keep, or areas that you want to subtract away from it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, let me zoom in a little bit. All right, because I want to make sure that I get whatever it is that I am wanting. So with the selection tool, as you see, it's including some pieces that I don't want, but I can go back and fix that in just a few. I'm just going to the best of my ability, get in the pieces that I want to include in the image that I have. All right. So what I'm doing is I'm dragging this around, and so that I can include all of this. So as you see, and make sure that that you include all of this that's around as well. All right, so as you see, it's loading. It's allowing us to see what we have included and what we have left out. And as you see, all of this other stuff have been left out. And we have this right here that I'm wanting to include. It's taking a little bit to load. So what I'm doing is, as you see, this area right here is saying that it's not going to include it, but I need that cross included as well. So I'm going to allow that to load as well. So, and part of her eye is missing as well. So let me zoom in so that I can catch all of that. Okay, catch that as well. So let's see. So let me go. I've added those pieces. So now I want to subtract some things. So I would click, go up here on your left, subtract from selection. So because I want to subtract some things. I want to subtract this in there, okay, inside there. And as you see, it selected that, but it still has a piece of the chair that is subtracted. And I don't want that piece of the chair subtracted. So I'm going to go to my plus. And I'm going to include that back in my selection. All right. And I want this a little bit more specific. So, all right, so as you see, that's done. Now, this is included as well, and I don't want that included. So I'm going to go over here. And as you see, it is not only taking out that background, but it's also taking out pieces of the chair as well. But that's something that I'm going to go back, and I can deal with that by once again going back and getting my plus tool. All right, so let me go back up here for the plus. And I'm going to be specific here on what I want to include. So I'm slowly taking my time to include those pieces that I need in. So it's still trying to take that out. But like I said, I can go back and I can redo it. So it's not a problem. And we can go back and forth with this, but eventually we win at the end. It's trying to struggle with me, but that's okay. I can keep doing it. Like I said, I just go back and redo it the way that needs to be done. All right. So let me add again. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So that's added in. All right. So we see that. So this side is good, except let's do this part of the chair is still missing. So let's get that in. Going up a little bit more. Part of the chair is missing here as well. Let's get that in. All right. All right. So let's get this in. Her hair pieces. I want to include all of those. All right. Part of her forehead and this portion. And her hair as well. You want to get that in also. It can seem a little tedious, but I mean, at the end result, it is good. This is actually probably one of your easier ways of doing this, because you could just go to your eraser tool and just go, little by little to include everything. But I use this one because whenever it selects, once I cut it, it'll cut out everything that I don't need. So, all right, I'm going to take this and go around as well. In here. All right, down here also. Now I want to include that arm handle. So let me go back here and grab that. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. All right. Nice grab. All right, so I have that as well. Now I'm gonna leave that there and I'm gonna show you what I can do. Because if it does get too tedious and so forth, you can always go back to your eraser tool and I'll let you know what I'm talking about. So as you see, I'm gonna zoom out and I have all of that selected that I want to have in my image. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to right click this because I want to select the inverse. And this selects all the other stuff that I don't want in my image. So what I'm going to do is I selected my select inverse and I'm going to go here to edit and I'm going to cut all of those things out. Okay. So I cut out all of that extra background. Now, as we saw before with that arm, there were some pieces on that arm that kept being included that I did not want included. So I'm going to zoom in on it. And when I zoom in on it, I'm going to take my eraser, come over here, take your eraser tool, and just go in and erase those things. Now I want it precise. So let me go to the hardness here. And here we go. All right. So I'm getting all of that extra, what was left behind with the quick select tool. I'm able to still deal with it so that I can make sure that I only have in my image what I desire to have. So let me zoom out. All right, so as you see, it has my chair, it has all of those pieces to it, even the hair. And if you look, that is our end result here with the flyer. All right, so there you have it. And as you see, I just moved it around. So those pieces that were left, I can move this over so that you can't, so others can't see what's going on here. So that's it. And so I've showed you how to take out the background of an image. God bless you all.